This week, the readings from 50 essays explore the otherness of being Black in America. Otherness is a concept that describes how a minority group is positioned as inferior to dominant groups. Otherness doesn't always have to do with race. For instance, a 10-year-old girl who loves playing baseball is often pushed to play softball instead. Baseball is considered a male sport by the men who overwhelmingly run the leagues and coach the teams, so girls who play on baseball teams are often seen as strange or out of place. Otherness, therefore, is a marker of difference that is imposed, not adopted. In the United States, being Black is an otherness tied deeply to the tradition of enslavement and the ingrained concept of manifest destiny on which America was founded. Both essays this week illustrate modern othering. Audre Lorde takes us to a time of legal segregation, where a seemingly exciting vacation to Washington, D.C. turns into an emotionally fraught memory of realizing the deepness of her otherness in the world. In her poetry and prose, Lorde often appeals to our emotions and our shared American history. She once stated, "I have a duty to speak the truth as I see it and to share not just my triumphs, not just the things that felt good, but the pain, the intense, often unmitigating pain." Consider what type of appeal Lorde is making as she tells us her story. It is personal and descriptive. Revisit the narrative and highlight the moments when she references her recognition of otherness. And consider how her parents' choices in dealing with segregation affect her and her sisters. What harm or good did it do? Now let's move 50 years or so after the formal end of segregation to the setting of Rahala Hailey's essay, Going It Alone. She takes us along on her journey to hike the Appalachian Trail, which runs from Georgia up through to Maine. Through hikers, who are making the journey from one end of the trail to the other, walk over 2,100 miles. As she explains in her essay, Black hikers are few and far between, and the trail itself passes near or through towns in which the majority of people are white. Otherness is clear on the trail. Other hikers she meets don't recognize that they are generally all the same. They do not feel anxious about walking past houses with Confederate flags while all alone for miles in either direction. Consider the effect Jim Crow laws had on recreational activities like camping, hiking, and swimming in state and national parks. Generations of Black Americans were prohibited from exploring nature in the same way white Americans have, and Hailey's experience is a spotlight on that division of experience. The otherness of Hailey's being Black in nature is tied in many ways to Lorde's otherness of sitting at an ice cream counter. Their experiences are connected. But unlike Lorde, Hailey's essay incorporates research, interviews, and other first-hand accounts. Does the addition of logos add weight to the theme of her piece, or does the emotional appeal of her authority as a Black hiker provide enough persuasive elements to make her case to us?